Hi folks, Gordon Brewer here. This is my first time to really kind of do kind of a video blog or a vlog, but I wanted to kind of address a subject that has come up for me or come up through my online poll or survey that I've been doing for therapists, just trying to find out what their needs are. If you haven't taken that survey yet, I'll have some links below. Either here on YouTube or if you came to this video through my blog, I'll have links below in some notes that I'm going to put together. But one of the questions that came up through my survey was, how do I diversify streams of it, get diversified income through my practice? And one of the things to think about with the diversity of income, kind of the traditional way in which we therapists get our money or get paid, is to have somebody make an appointment with us and then pay us for the time that they spend with us. Now, that's the basic model for all of us. The way to increase income is there's really just two parts of it. One is to raise your rates, get more per session, which is probably a good idea for most of us. I think a lot of us, especially those just starting out, tend to charge too less. The other part of it is just to get more clients. You know, more clients means more money, more volume, that sort of thing. Or you can do a combination of both, of raising your rates and getting more clients. But if you do the math, there's a limit to that, because all of us have a limited amount of time, a limited amount of just a limited amount of time to spend with clients. We do have to not always be in session. We have to do paperwork, and then just as important, if not more important, is just time with our own families and our downtime. So what I want to throw at you here are just a few ideas of some ways to diversify your income. Some of these you might have thought of, maybe some of them you're not. But with all of these, the thing is that it does require some work on the front end to make these things work and to get them going. So the first one is, and I'm going to be looking at notes, so I'll be looking down here. The first thing is to maybe consider doing some sort of course or group work. Now, we traditionally think of groups as, you know, folks coming in for a particular topic, or we might have like a men's sex addiction group, or a bereavement group, or something like that. And that's certainly a way to think about adding diversification to your income, because if you think about it, you're spending the same amount of time, but you've got more people to see, and you're also bringing in more income typically when you have a group, because you're multiplying that times the number of people. The other thing to maybe consider is offering some courses within the community. The things that come to mind that seem to be in need in a lot of communities are anger management courses or parenting courses. Certainly there are lots of other different courses you could do, and again, that's going to bring in more income and more ways to see people for a fee, and there's lots of different models for that. Another way to consider bringing in some more income is to begin writing. All of us have things that we are kind of experts in, things that we're passionate about. One of the things that I'm doing right now is working on a book on grief, because one of the things that I did before I became a therapist was I was a funeral director for over 18 years and worked in funeral homes. So got a lot of knowledge about grief and doing grief therapy. So I'm writing a book just from a therapist perspective. Hope to have that out this year, so I'll let you know when I do that. But hopefully for me, that's going to bring in other income. Just looking into self-publishing. Certainly Kindle is a great way to self-publish, and there's a lot of platforms available for that, and I'm not going to go into that here in this video blog. But anyway, consider maybe writing a book or writing some materials or something that would be of value to people, that you can sell either online or in your office. Another idea with book writing is being able to write things specific to your therapy that you can sell to your clients, either through Amazon or other ways, and that's just a value added for your clients. Even to give it away is not a bad idea, because again, the more value you can give, the more valuable your services are. Other things that to think about are different ways of doing what is called passive income. One of the two of the blogs that podcasts that I listen to a lot are Pat Flynn's Smart Passive Income, and I'll put a link down here to that. And he's got some great stuff and great information of ways of monetizing or creating income online. There's the truth of the matter is we all know there's no get-rich-quick scheme really out there that is viable. All of these things do require some front-end work, but Pat Flynn, the thing I like about him is that he is very good at making it value added, and he's very honest and very straightforward with what he offers. And his blog and his podcast are very good resources for learning about passive income. Another one that I really would like to refer you to is a guy that I've really kind of gotten to know online as much as anything, and going to be going to one of his seminars and get-togethers in Asheville, and I'll try to include a link to that, which will be in September. He and two of his colleagues, Allison and Jane, are doing a thing called Brew Your Practice, which will be a great kind of mastermind group for those of us in private practice and looking at ways to make our practices better and to grow our practices. But I'll include links to that again in my notes below. But anyway, what I was going to say is Joe Sanok and his website, Practice of the Practice, has just tons and tons of great resources of different ways to think about bringing in income for your private practice. And so I would refer you to him, because I think he's got, again, just a lot of great value with the content he provides and that sort of thing. The other thing to consider with your private practice is looking at, and this is really kind of where passive income comes into play, is being able to figure out ways to monetize your website. Now, what I mean by monetize is being able to have things on your website that generate income. One of the best ones that I have found, and is pretty universally kind of recommended for people starting out, is to become an Amazon affiliate. Now, if you're not familiar with affiliate marketing, essentially what it is you recommend products or books or whatever on your website with a direct link to Amazon for people to purchase those items. And then when people use that link, Amazon pays you a commission for referring those people to them to buy those products. So that's affiliate marketing in a nutshell. There are tons of them out there. I've looked into several. Amazon is good. Now, the thing is with any of these things, you're not talking about tons of money that you're going to be making. I mean, now you're going to find lots of websites out there and videos that will say, you make $10,000 a week or $1,000 a week, which I'm not saying is not possible, but with something like the Amazon affiliate, you realistically probably you're going to bring in, if you're consistent with it and you're recommending good books and that sort of thing, probably an extra $100, $200 a month, which is not maybe not huge to some, but it does add up. And so looking at, when you think about diversifying your income in private practice, the way I like to think about it is you have small bits from here and there that are coming in that tend to add up. Even if you raised your rates $10 per session, that's going to be, that over time is going to add up to extra income. Another quick idea just to throw at you that some people might find successful is developing concierge services. We're seeing that a lot in the medical field, where people pay you essentially a retainer to be available for them. And a lot of times it's either a certain number of sessions per year, or being able to just have you available for them. One idea that I've looked into that I'm still kind of developing is kind of starting a local kind of EAP, or employee assistance program, that where people come to me directly rather than going through an EAP company. There might be some, I'm still doing some research on this, and it might depend on your area, because there might be some regulatory things involved, and that sort of thing. But the idea is that people pay you on the front end for services that they may or may not use. The risk is that they would use you a lot for what they're paying, and so that would pay you. But then on the other side of it, maybe the profitable side of it, is that they pay you some money, and you get that get that income, disposable income, without having to really put any time in. So those are a few ideas about diversifying income. As I mentioned in the beginning, the thing to consider is that we do have a limited amount of time that we can devote to seeing clients. Now, ideally, you want to have as high as possible rates, see a comfortable amount of clients with the time you've got allotted, and hopefully that will be in an income range that you need in order to be where you want to be. So diversifying income, that's kind of my take on it in a nutshell. So hopefully this is helpful. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you haven't taken the survey, please sign up, or again, I've got links below to the survey. And also, please join my email list. If this is the first time to see me or come across my blog, do sign up for my email list. I'm building kind of a network here, and really kind of interested in helping other therapists, other people in business even, learn new ways to do what we do, because I know we've got a lot of fabulous therapists out there, and I think you should be able to do it as stress-free as possible. So take care. Hopefully there'll be more of these to come. Thanks.